Hello everybody. In last class I discussed about the syllabus in detail, and in this class we are going to start with your unit first, which is the definition, nature and scope of geography. So before going into the detail about the definition, geography and nature and scope of geography, first, let me introduce about this semester's objectives. The objective of the semester is to introduce the latest concepts in physical geography, essentially the geomorphology in brief and in adequate manner. So, we'll start with the definition of geography. As you know, that geography it looks at how, why, and where the humans and the natural activities occur and how these activities are interconnected, means how the humans phenomena and on the other side the physical phenomena occur, and how it occurs and why it occurs and where it occurs, and how they are interrelated or interconnected within themselves. The geography can be studied in two ways. One is the regional ways, and the another is systematic way. In regional way, the geographer looks at the unique phenomena of a place or a physical setting or a natural landscape or a human phenomena or human patterns. So suppose Araspura as a region has its own unique physical characteristics as well as the human characteristics, and how they are interrelated. So the definition of regional geography is to look at the unique aspects of both physical and human phenomena. Suppose in Araspura, the physical landscape will be different from the physical landscape of the Kashmir, or for that matter Udhumpur. Like Udhumpur is a Shivalik, matlab it consists of Shivalik hills. Kashmir consists of plains and Himalayas, and it's above this mean sea level. That is, the height of Kashmir is above 1500 meters, whereas Araspura is about 300 meter or 200 meter above the mean sea level. The next way of looking geography is the systematic. Systematic geography is basically looks at the social, physical, and economical or the physical settings in a very similar fashion. That is, suppose the patterns of geography or what you have learned about the concepts of of society, of economics and the physical. Now we are looking to the perspectives in geography. So there are basically three perspective in geography. One is the viewpoint, another is synthesis, and third one is representation. So viewpoint in geography looks at three aspects. One is space, another is place, and third is scale. So space means we look at some particular space. Suppose we look at the political space, how the process in political space happen and how they are interrelated, or we look at the social space, or we look at the physical space. Similarly, the place can be relational. It can be relational, or it can be a physical place. So it also has emotional attachment. And when we talk about scales, so we look at these different scales, like a national local scale, or national scale, or international scale, or continental scale. In synthesis perspective, we look at the subfields of the geography. Means there is a physical subfield which looks at the physical phenomena or the natural phenomena, and there is another subfield which is human subfield, which looks at the human phenomena or the society, how the society is spatially located and how it interlates. And there is a third phenomena which is human and physical interaction, how this human phenomena interacts with the physical setting of the earth. So this is the third synthesis. Then we come to the representation perspective in geography, which looks at the cognitive or GIS, geographical information system. And there is other ways of statistics, or it can be descriptive like in written form, and it can also be a visual display. So basically, human and physical geography. So human geography is basically the study of the people and the common culture, or the economics, or the politics, or the behavior. Whereas the physical geography looks at the natural processes, or the study of processes and patterns in, more specifically, in atmosphere, hydrosphere, or biosphere, or geosphere. So this was all about the definition of geography. The most appropriate definition I find for geography is a discipline which has unique set of perspectives. Geographers look at the world from the viewpoint of geographic space. We look at the geographic space, focus on synthesizing ideas from different disciplines, and develop and use special techniques to represent and manipulate spatial information. Whatever the information is there in the space, we manipulate it, we study it very deeply. So if you look at the if you look at the physical geography, in this semester you have to focus more on physical geography, as in the earlier I have mentioned that this semester, the objective of this semester is based on the physical geography, and more specifically the geomorphology, or the study of the landforms. So, physical geography can be classified into three, majorly into three, that is climatology, geomorphology, and biogeography. So, climatology looks at the, first you need to understand the difference between climate and weather. Climate is a process which can be studied, or with the average of 30 years, minimum of 30 years. And weather is an everyday phenomena, like today is a sunny day, or a rainy day, or snowy day. So climatology looks at the variability in space and time of heat and moisture states of earth's surface, especially at land surface. Climate, we look at the climate change, or of past, present, and also the challenges we face, like global warming, or how carbon dioxide is increasing and reshaping the atmosphere earth by changing, by this urbanization, or change in forest, etc. So this was all about the climatology, which is the sub-discipline of the physical geography. Now we will come to the geomorphology. Geomorphology, in this semester you have to focus mainly on the geomorphology. So geomorphology is a science of earth surface processes and landforms, attested by constantly by human and natural factors. So there are both human and natural, or anthropogenic and natural factors, which shapes the landform. And these processes are, they have lot of span of time. But if you look at the lifespan of human, we are hardly 60 years, or on an average 60 70 years we have the lifespan on the earth. Whereas these geomorphologic process, they take millions of years to shape a particular, for example, a fluvial landform, or glacial landform. Similarly, the other sub-discipline of geography is biogeography. It looks at the distribution of organism at varying space and temporal scales. It is closely aligned with the ecology, or the organism versus the environment. So if we look at the, now we'll come to the nature of the geography. So geography basically concerned with the place. It is concerned with the place and areal differentiation. There every place has its own unique setting. So there is areal differentiation, means some area has different physical aspects and human aspects. So nature of geography is also looks at the people, how people use the earth in time and space, and where it is located, and why it is located, and how it is located. It also elaborates about the location, and explains, and also helpful in decision making. So if you look back into the history, so geography has evolved from the sciences, and it is also known as the mother of all sciences, because all the sciences have evolved from the geography, because geography is the study of the earth, both in both aspects, whether it is human or physical aspects. So all the sciences, it is all the sciences, whether it is physics or um, whether it is physics, mathematics, etc., chemistry, or human or humanities, they are all evolved in the earth. So geography, that is why geography is also called mother of all sciences. And if you look back into history, so before 1950s, up to 1950s, the main focus of the geography was based upon the physical geography. So the central focus of the geography was previously, before prior to the 1950s, was concentrated within the physical discipline, that is the geomorphology or climatology or biogeography. But later, after 1950s, which is also called as postmodernism, it is also the paradigm. There's a shift of paradigm or set of ideas which is called postmodernism. So during the postmodernism time, the geography largely focus on the social sciences, that is how the human behavior is related to the earth. It also looks upon the physical geography, and there are also modern techniques like GPS, aerial differentiation, and aerial photography and satellite imagery, GIS, which is geographical information system depicting the characteristics of the place using satellites and images and maps. So the concept of place, it looks at both physical and human, and plays a very important role in geography. Now we'll come to the scope of geography. The scope of geography is basically, it looks at the both how the humans are related to the environment. So we look at the phenomena, how the humans are related to environment. So obviously it will help to for a policy making, like how we frame a policy in terms of ecology or in terms of environment or in terms of society, or the ecological aspects or the spatial aspects. So the scope of the geography can be classified into three, that is the spread or the relation of human on earth surface, how the humans have the relation to the place or the earth surface. Second is the mutual relationship between the human and the nature, how they are mutually interrelated, like we are dependent upon many resources like coal, food, agriculture, etc. So how humans are related to the nature. And the last aspects of the scope of geography, it is regional frame. We look at the uniqueness of a particular place or the speciality of the particular space. So with this brief introduction, I hope your concepts of the definition of geography, the nature of geography, and the scope of geography is clear. If you have any doubts, you can comment me on this video. I will reply you there itself. I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, you can consult me. Your classes will be starting from the next month, probably. If the conditions are good, your classes will start from the next month. Otherwise, we will be continuing our online classes. Thank you.